And believe me, not even the president of the country is above the law. No, it's not. So the Katiba is there to be followed. So let us not change the constitution because of personal issues. We change the constitution for the betterness of this country. People are allowed to do the mandamano, but properly well, but not like what sometimes happens. The people go for the andamana because they want to steal, which is not right. Those ones, if the president is going to take it lightly, now I can see he's coming up. Let him do the talking. Na weka watu ndani, asihurumie. Wamekula sana bwana, wamekula. I'm Honorable Reuben Ndolo, former MP Makadara. Currently, I'm the president of the Kenya Professional Boxing Commission and also the director of the Commonwealth Sports Council, representing the Commonwealth. Well, I think, as you know, politics and sports, there's a big difference because sports make you more humble. You make things work according to the good people in sports. And in politics, you meet a lot of challenges. You know, I can see most of people in politics, even politicians themselves, have a lot of problems. So I enjoy a lot when I'm in sports. That's why I keep young every day. Well, I think one thing I can tell you, unity is paramount in whatever we come out during the Constitution. And it's about people being equal, the equal society. And the coalition government of that time, if you remember Kibaki and Raila, brought up a lot of the generation of that time did a lot of changes for that constitution. Well, I think it needs. It's important because we normally celebrate Madaraka Day. We have Shujaa Day. So it's how we can make it work properly well, according to what our parents who did a lot of work before independence. They will sweat, blood also came out. That's when we got independence. And so it's something that we have to agree about what the parents before us did for the Constitution. To me, if done right, it can bring a lot of changes on education. Of course, that accountability of the management of life in the community. Also, what I expect is the healthcare, the hospitals, and all those things. If it's done properly well, then it can make people live well. Well, very, very important question. 15 years.
15 years old.
Yes. What I can say, devolution came in. You can see.
Yes.
A lot of counties came up with that devolution. And also, freedom of expression. And I think it is because of that constitution of 2010, changed a lot. So it's how now the government of the day can make those changes work properly, as I've said. Well, I can put it both sides.
It has lived up to
it has some, but it also created count kingdoms. Part of the count kingdoms, some of them have messed up. Some of the counts, as I've said, they've changed into kingdoms. They want just to make themselves, the corruption has become rampant in those counties. So that's why I'm saying, if part of it is right, but it has been messed up with some of the leaders who are there. Well, I think they should indulge lawyers and social services people in the society, and as well the media. You guys in the media, yeah, the media. You can come up as well and bring change, and also the voice of the people, so that they don't just leave it like that. They leave it to the people to come out with decisions. And you media also can come in and help. And the people who are lawyers and socials, as I've said, can do something better. Well, I think I agree. I can say I agree. And you can celebrate the Katiba or the Constitution the way you like it. But at the same time, you can discard it as well. So the Constitution is there not to ignore it, because it's something that makes even us, the politician, go on the right way of how you can rule, or on how you can give politically the right way how to rule the country. Well, I can say it can go again either way. Either way. If the government can give it to the right direction, and inclusion of everybody, plus even the Gen Zs, the women, and as I've said, everybody give them the right way on how they can express themselves, it can do better. Changes are there, and people like changes. But the changes should not just be to benefit the few. They should make sure that it benefits the mwananchi, the ordinary mwananchi. As I've said, it benefits the people who are there and the young people for the generation. If you remember the changes of the constitution of the Njonjo and the other team, it brought a lot of confusion just because they wanted to do it on their personal issues. So let us not change the constitution because of personal issues. We change the constitution for the betterness of this country. So if things are better, constitution can change itself. But I'll emphasize again, the young generation can bring a lot of changes in the constitution. So they should stand up right now. Well, the Maandamano issue has been there since before us. As I've put it, our people fought for independence and they had their own mandamanos of that day. But you know, nowadays, things have changed. They are even different from during our days. Nowadays, the social media has changed the mandamano. You can see the social media has changed a lot of mandamano. People nowadays, you don't just go there for mandamano, but they use even your phones. You see? So you can do that, but still, the mandamano, you can make the mandamano even 10 times. Those mandamanos that you think can change the country in a better way, and the government can listen to the people, because it's in the Constitution of 2010. People are allowed to do the mandamano, but properly well, but not like what sometimes happens. The people go for the mandamano because they want to steal, which is not right. Well, as the division, what you're talking about, is not only recently. Divisions were there. And that's why the colonial divided Africa. You see? You can see the borders. You go anywhere, the border of Tanzania, you'll find a Maasai on that side, Maasai on this, in Kenya. The Luyas of Uganda, you find Luyas of Kenya. The Somali, those are all a division of the colonialist. But even here in Nairobi, if you remember during our time, we used to have eight constituencies, but now we have 17. So if we are going to divide properly well according to the need of the people, it's not bad, because devolution goes according to where the mwananchi stays. But if that devolution or dividing, you change it to your, as I've put it, your personal issues, for you to gain, for you to, impunity, then it will create a lot of problems. So that's why the devolution of the counties nowadays, everywhere there is a problem because of the leaders, we leaders, politicians. Because we want to create our own kingdoms of ruling to make sure that we control each and everything, which also brings a lot of problems for the people. So those ones, if the president is going to take it lightly, now I can see he's coming up. Let him do the talking. Na weka watu ndani, asihurumie. Wamekula sana bwana, wamekula. We'll see what my leader said a few days ago, Raila, that the Senate is supposed to check on the governors. But there is a lot of queries right now about what happened. So the issue here is the leaders. We need to have right leaders who can really come up and bring the way the Constitution 2010 came out, that it was for change of this country. But now it has become like an issue that people have got that opportunity of bringing a lot of changes in making their life even better than the other common mwananchi. So the leaders should be blamed. It's good that you have come up with that issue of integrity. And such leaders of that caliber, of that woman rep from Northeastern, to me, she's not a leader. She's a sycophant. She's there just to protect her own way of living and not how they can be seen as a leader. And I don't know why, she was supposed to be taken to court. That was not right, that you're saying you are a thief, you are going to steal already. She's already very, very wrong. And the The other issues that you have said about, let us see what this Katiba now, if it's going to work, the way it's been made now as a what? Yeah.
But it's 15 years.
Yeah, it's 15 years.
And we haven't seen leaders being taken into account for whatever they speak or whatever they do.
That's what I'm saying. I hope now it can happen. And it can happen if the young generation are ready to change this country. If they are not going to change it, this is their time. They are the future of this country. They are the ones who should make sure that this is our country and we need to come up with a way how we can tell the people the truth, not be cowards. Well, I think I'll remind my colleagues who are in Parliament that the Constitution came in because the leaders of who came before us brought changes, and that's why we're here. And we should give right promises and not just go the way you are there because you want to cheat wananchi. No. This Katiba is there for everybody to gain. So it's you, Gen Z, you can gain a lot because the Katiba is there for not only for parliamentarians or anybody. It's for everybody to agree and follow the right channel. And believe me, not even the president of the country is above the law. No, it's not. So the Katiba is there to be followed and not to be to misuse it, bring it where when you go to courts, you don't even allow the court to follow the law. So nobody's above the law. That's the Katiba now. As I've said, the young people, you are the future generation of this country. You see? And you are the ones, as I've said, you can bring a lot of right things at the moment. Because even those people in Parliament, as I did say it before, they are not above the law. And even the president is not above the law. But you, the young people, you can make this country go where it's supposed to be, because you are the ones who are the next leaders of the generation and the powerful people in this country. Take that responsibility. Make that use of it. Come up as young generation. Don't despair. Simama kabisa. This is your country. Well, I think it's not only boxing. You know, the problem here is taking down upon sports. It's not only boxing. And, let us not bring politics into sports, as I've told you. Because sports brings people together. And don't create enmity in sports. That's what my coach told me when I was in Germany. And in boxing, we are trying our best. And we are going to ask the government not only to support football and athletics. That's what they are doing. The other sports, you can see just last week, I said this on KTN about what is happening, about just looking at football and athletics. The ladies who went to play in Cameroon, they won African Championship, the junior. They were promised they are going to be given some gifts. Up to now, they went to the media. They complained. So the government should come up and support sports, not only part of it. So they should, I can't blame, he did a good work. He motivated our players, which is not bad, that he gave them some, they got motivation. That's why, walicheza wengine kama mguu inavunjika, because they were promised a lot. So if you give people the whole sports, even we go to the Olympics, we'll get a lot of medals, not only in athletics. Give everybody in sports. Huh? Sports is all about not only athletics and football. It's about sports. Then you'll make a lot of changes. Because in sports, believe me, if I became an MP because of boxing, it changed my life. And some sports changes people's lives. It takes you out of the streets. If you're not aware, sports takes you out of the streets. So if they don't do that, the young kids will now remain in the streets and now start doing bad things. So let them come up with proper organization on how to support sports in this country. Put in money to organizations, to federations, and there we will see changes. You see, changes have come up on this one. We went up to the quarters, never before. Because of what? And believe me, not even the president of the country is above the law. No, it's not. So the Katiba is there to be followed. So let us not change the constitution because of personal issues. We change the constitution for the betterness of this country. People are allowed to do the mandamano, but properly well, but not like what sometimes happens. The people go for the andamana because they want to steal, which is not right. Those ones, if the president is going to take it lightly, now I can see he's coming up. Let him do the talking. Na weka watu ndani, asihurumie. Wamekula sana bwana, wamekula.